welcome, welcome. You're looking live at the Calamity Jones Hour. I'm Mandy Jones, and next to me, as always, my husband Glenn here in spirit. Not dead, but we love Glenn. Couple things before we bring on our guest. My guest tonight is a fellow comedian, and she's not just a comedian. She actually has a lot of other interesting things to tell you about. So before I bring her on, I just want to mention a couple of comedy shows in the New York, Long Island area that you should come to. The first one I want to promote is Saturday, July 22nd. I'll be at Governor's in Levittown in the Giggle Room. You can get tickets at govs.com. That's a Terry McNeely and Friends event. Grab your tickets because that room is kind of small and tends to sell out. And then the other thing I want to promote is we do a free comedy show once a month at the Avenue, formerly known as G's Club in West Hempstead. The next show is Monday, July 17th. That's the Monday before the Terry show. And then the next one is going to be Monday, August 14th. So come on down for a free comedy show. And if you are a comic and you come to support the show, you automatically get booked on a future show. So that's how we keep things rolling. And without further ado, if this lady's ready, I'm going to bring her on. Okay, so this next guest, the only guest tonight, my friend, now yours, a fellow comic, and she's a nationally, not ranked yet, but dog handler. My friend, and now yours, Miss Elizabeth Seeby. Woo! Welcome. So, okay, we were, first of all, I didn't even bring this up, but you are, I'm awkward, and I just hit the button all the time. It's a random screen button. It's always random. What you do for a living, my brother's also a librarian.
No way.
He's going to school for library science.
Yeah.
He works at the oldest library in New York City, the Ordendorfer, I want to call it.
I feel like a bad librarian not knowing.
No, you know, I only know that
because
because
be a pop quiz.
no, I only know that because he works there, and but.
Yeah, that's the degree, library science.
So that's what you went to school for. Where did you go to school? Did you go to school in Long Island?
I didn't go away because of the animals.
Okay.
So I went to St. Joseph's for child study, and that means general ed and special ed.
Okay.
And then my master's was in library science. So
Okay.
My aunt likes to say I am a library scientist.
Okay. I like that. And how long have you been doing that? How long have you been working in a library?
As a librarian, pretty much, because I was a library trainee while I was in grad school.
Okay.
So, like 2012.
Okay.
But
Okay, so a while now.
I've been working in the library since 2005.
Okay.
And my mom used to do library programs like all over Long Island.
Okay.
So I was always like her roadie.
Okay.
So, like, basically forever.
Okay, so grew up around the library.
Yeah.
Are you a big reader? Was that something because your mom was into the library? Was something that you were automatically into?
I always liked to read. I would do like Battle of the Books where like
Okay.
you had to read like, now it's not 12 books. It used to be 12 books.
Yeah,
and
that's
you'd
a
have
good
to
number.
read them. It's a lot because like this Battle of the Books, like you needed to read the books, but not just like read them. You had to like memorize every little detail. So it's like, I wonder why I'm a slow reader, and it's because I'm like, what color shirt did they have? What is that
Oh my
code?
God.
Like,
And that's like not what you're
Yeah.
supposed to read for. You're supposed to
know.
like read for what's
supposed
fun.
to be relaxing.
Because it's not that I can't read, it's that I can't motivate to read. I've recently been doing a lot of audiobooks
Same.
because I just can't motivate to read stuff enough.
I like to listen to the audiobook while I have the book in front of me. Plus, like, it helps block out background noise. So,
Yeah.
like,
Well, and the audiobook you could
track.
do like while you're like cleaning or cooking.
True.
You can't, I mean, I
multitask.
guess in movies people like read and
Yeah.
and cook something, but I don't think anybody's doing that
and
really.
you know how to pronounce things. Because I remember, like, probably up until I was in maybe college or high school, like, the word kernel.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it looks like colonial. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, colonial mustard. Like, no, like,
That's the
kernel.
That's the
mustard.
colonel that watches our show, David Lange. He was a colonel in the I'm gonna say Air Force, yeah. And
like different
but
things.
yeah.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it.
I got nobody on here yet. I'm like, it's working, right? No, it is. It is. Oh, we have one viewer. It's not saying hi. I can't tell it is. Probably my mom. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not my dad because he doesn't know how to use Facebook. So.
No, my mom actually does tend to watch the show. Okay, so I actually have some prepared questions. What I like to do is act like it's a date. And just ask you really random stuff. Okay. I'm not going to get into the dog stuff just yet because we could talk about your dogs for hours. Okay. I do want to start with something that we were joking about, Kat and I, on my show last month. We were joking about how we were both horrible flute players. And you said you played the flute.
Yes.
Were you a horrible flute player or were you like first chair?
I was not ever first chair. I was once second chair.
Okay. All right. So you're up there.
I actually, when I was in middle school, I was like, I want to learn how to play the oboe. So, like, I started off with flute. My brother, when he's a few years older than me, so, like, he got the oboe when I was going into 6th grade.
Okay.
So I practiced over the summer, learned how to play it. And then, like, there was a really good oboe player, so I was like, all right, I'm not going to really, like, play it in middle school now. I'll wait until high school when people quit band. And I get to high school, and there were 6 oboe players, and I was like, I'm going back to flute because, like,
oh my God, yeah, my odds there are not good. And I don't even think anybody played the oboe in my...
Like, this totally, like, foiled my plan. So...
a little quit and by then.
My senior year, though, there was one oboe player, and she was not good. And I was like, well, I'm not putting the pressure on myself by, like, announcing that I know how to play because...
Oh my
God.
God.
Too many years had gone by.
And you play, it's not, is it the ukulele or is it a small guitar that I've seen you play on?
Okay. So when I was in elementary school and they make you take the music test, my brother was like, so you get your third choice, so put the one you really want as your third choice. But I guess that's if you don't do well on the music test because I put flute as my first choice, viola and violin as my second and third because my mom played the violin. Then I got my first choice, and I was like, I didn't want to play the flute. And like,
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's like I knew nothing about strings, and like in college, I took band for like a few credits, and I wound up playing an oboe again, and then I took band again, like to fill up another credit. And he's like, you're gonna learn the saxophone. So like, I've never played a string instrument, and then finally I was like, I don't know anything about the violin or viola, but I feel like I could learn the ukulele because it's only 4 strings.
Okay.
So that's kind of what started it. But there's that whole like ukulele trend now that I'm like, oh, like I don't try to be trendy. It's just
I was doing the ukulele before. Do you make any songs? Well, obviously you make up songs for comedy, but do you make any other? Do you write any other songs?
I don't make original tunes.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. So you do parodies?
Yeah, it's pretty much parodies.
Okay. Okay. Have you played anything recently? Have you broken out any instruments recently?
I haven't, like other than the ukulele or other parodies lately.
No, just any instruments.
Like every Christmas I play the Ukrainian bell carol on the piano. Like I go, I'm like, I play it, and then I'm like done for a year. And then I'm like, I'll sit down and jam next year. But that's pretty much the only playing. Once in a while I'll take out the ukulele and.
That's actually one of my questions is what is your favorite holiday tradition?
I guess it's
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice
gingerbread cookies because we have a good recipe.
Ooh.
And like a lot of people don't like gingerbread because I guess it's the stuff that comes in the kits or like it's too gingery. Like,
yeah. Yes, you do because I've had really good gingerbread cookies, but like you said, it's a very particular thing because I've definitely had people overdo it with the
ginger.
It almost tastes like cinnamony the way it's like.
I don't know if it's like a ginger snap, like people think they're making gingerbread, but it's not gingerbread.
Yeah, there's actually been a big giant box of ginger snaps in the kitchen at work, and like it's slowly getting eaten, and like I take a ginger snap every once in a while for your troubles. It's like it's never something I would buy, but it is a pretty good snack every once in a while.
Bears. They're gingerbread bears.
Oh, that's cute.
It's just like the tradition with my family. So.
And you said Ukraine, so that's Ukrainian, that right? Is that what the
Ukrainian bell carol?
So is that from is your family Ukrainian, or you just happen to do that tune?
You know the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Yes.
That's my
my
Christmas
jam.
I'm like, like so obviously like the day that I learned that in my piano lesson, I was like, I remember I had like actually like a German music teacher, very like strict when I was learning the piano and the flute, and like I remember him saying, if you really like a song, like if we're done like that week, sorry, I'm quoting the wire. If you're done like learning that song, like you don't have to stop practicing it. Like we're gonna learn a new song each week, but like you don't have to put it away. So like I remember he got to the point where he's like, all right,
yeah, we do actually have to put this song on the shelf.
It's like April. So
oh my God. Well, yeah. I'm someone who could listen to like a song like 25 times in a row. Like I have the Spotify now does it's called On Repeat, and it's like a playlist that changes. The playlist changes and like I see my songs like move up and down the list. I'm like, oh, that one's really riding high today.
Yeah, it's funny too. Like my niece and nephew, they like the Bruce Springsteen song "Santa Claus is Coming to Town."
Oh, okay. How old are they?
They're 3 and gonna be 5.
Oh my God, that's fun. They're little
but, like,
still.
They'll be driving like the Power Wheels, the dog's Power Wheels and stuff, and they'll be like, Santa Claus is coming to town, because they do it in the car. So.
Oh, that's too cute.
Yeah.
All right, so we've teased about the dogs a little bit. So you have, I will let you introduce them. You have 2 little.
Yes, 2 Jack Russells.
And you said they're 4 and 6.
Yes.
Okay.
I was just like, wait, because I just said my niece and nephew's age. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Because it's dog, kid, dog, kid. Okay. Yeah. There you go. And you just told me, I knew that they had competed. I didn't know it was a national competition that you competed in. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's the AKC National Turk Dog Competition. Cricket has participated in every year that it's existed.
Oh my God.
So like.
He's like an old,
like
one of the OGs. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it was cool because like the Elite Performer title is like the highest trick title for AKC. He had just earned that title, and then like a few months later, like announced this competition. I was like, all right, I'll enter his Star Wars routine, and then like we did this Jurassic Park routine. So yeah, and then he did have surgery 1 year, so like I filmed his routine like a year ahead of time.
Yeah.
It was like the Christmas one. I don't know if you remember that one where it was like snow everywhere, but like we filmed it just so he could participate when he was going to be like recovering. But yeah, this is going to be his 5th year competing in it, and rugby is 3rd year.
Wow. So now how many like events do they do, and do all the dogs do the same number of events, or do you sign them up for different number of like events?
Tricks?
Or tricks or either thing. Are your dogs or only your parents' dogs getting like the beauty pageant side of it? So, are they just athletes?
Cricket and rugby are athletes.
Okay.
They are fixed, so they can't do the beauty pageants.
Oh, really? Because they have to be able to be breed them?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Is that the ultimate goal with those dogs? Is that like behind the scenes?
I guess. Like
wow.
I said,
okay, I never knew that.
Yeah, so my mom, she got an Afghan hound.
Okay.
I think we left that part out. So Afghan hounds.
That's the hair to the floor.
Long, luxurious hair. There was one in the Liberty Mutual commercial a few years
ago.
Maybe last year. Very long hair, but yes, he does the beauty pageant stuff.
And he just literally they just are like, this is him. Meanwhile, your dogs are like practicing all year.
Yeah. I do try to do the tricks with him, but we'll do like one, and then he'll just like throw himself on the ground.
I'm a model. I'm tired after that trick.
Like, all over the couch, and like my brother and I were like never allowed to like jump on the couch like he does. And
oh my God!
Boing, boing, boing. We're like we were never allowed to do that. But
is he? Is it like hair, or is it like, does he shed, or is it like one of those like non-allergic dogs? Like
he's like a big cat. And
okay, like, so he does shed then.
He sheds, and like when brushing him, I wear a mask.
Oh my God!
Because like his hair will like stick to everything.
Oh my God!
It's like, and then I'm like, like.
And the Jack Russells, they shed too, right? But not as bad.
Yeah, like especially if you're getting them excited.
Yeah.
Your hair, like the hair's gonna fly out.
Yeah.
But it's like short little. This sticks to everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh. Especially like the year that I was working my school and I was masking. I was wearing a lot of fabric masks. Every morning I'd be like, sorry, I washed my masks, and it's like, how is Arthur here?
Yeah, exactly. I know, it goes through the wash and it still has hair on it. Glenn will like pull hair off him. Like, how is this like on like fresh clothes? Like, it's everywhere.
I got those like sticky things now that go in the washer and dryer. Those are a game changer.
You know, I had seen a little preview or whatever the hell they call a little ad commercial for it was for the bottom of your purse. And it actually said it was the same thing. It was a sticky ball for the bottom of your purse, and then it actually said you could wash it and reuse it. Wash it and dry it and reuse it. I was like, oh, it's a pretty good little stocking stuffer. Maybe I'll get a couple of those.
And then I just pull the clumps off and then throw it in. But it pulls everything off the clothes now. It's like, all right.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a good upgrade. What is the best gift you've ever received?
I have to think about that.
Okay,
I know.
We can go back to it.
Well, because we were talking about Arthur, the luxurious hair. I know.
Was he a present?
No, no. But I got my dad like a Vogue magazine cover.
Oh my God,
like
of the
those
dog.
things, and instead of Vogue, it says Dogue, and I got like a picture of Arthur printed out on it.
Oh my God.
And it was from a dog show. Like literally, he has like the wind blown effects.
Oh my
and,
God.
I didn't tell my dad, and he opened it, and like I was videotaping him, so like there were many things he wanted to say, but he was just like laughing.
Oh my God, that's
that
marvelous.
Was, like, a great gift that I gave, but I don't know what the best gift. Like I'm trying to think of like categories. I'm sure after.
I know
with this, I'll be like, oh yeah.
You'll be texting me. All right, we can go back. We can go back to that. You'll remember. Is there a trick that you aspire for the dogs to learn? Is there anything that you're like, oh, we can get there one day?
Both of the dogs are like very different.
Okay.
Like Rugby loves to tug on things. Like he can pull a rope and like raise a flag. But like if you
that would be a good trick. People would love that.
Yeah, we did that in his Pirates routine where he pulled up the pirate flag.
Oh my God.
Last year we did Aladdin and he pulled like the laundry line.
Oh.
So like if I were to ask him to like bring me that, he'll like take it and just run off with it.
Oh
so
yeah.
He's
All right.
terrible at retrieving things. Meanwhile, Cricket will like bring something. He now does the tug because he's like, Rugby can do it.
Okay, yeah.
Like, he can't one up me. So that's one trick like Rugby is like awesome at, walking on my feet. I actually taught that one to Rugby. Rugby's the younger one. There's Cricket and Rugby, so British dogs, British sports.
And I didn't even get that. I was like, oh, Cricket because she's a comedian and Rugby because it's cute.
Yeah. And I was at like an agility trial this weekend and some people were like, it's the sports. I get it now. Like,
yeah, it's cute.
Cricket, he has like the two-tone like a cricket, but people are like, oh my God, it's the sports. And I was like, yeah. And if I ever get another one, it will be Polo.
Aw,
so.
He's so cute. They both look like they're like so happy when they have like you have them in the luau things and they have like sunglasses and hats and like they look like, are they waiting for treats or are they genuinely, some dogs like accessories. Are they okay? Do they like the accessories?
I mean,
or do they just understand?
The sunglasses, like Cricket literally like stayed there for like 30 seconds. Like he's balancing, like don't move.
Oh my God.
Like he was screaming at me, like take the picture. But then I'm like, I want Rugby to be looking at the
Oh my God, yeah. So he's like, all right, get it over with, Mom.
Yeah,
I'm over
but
it.
like, of course they want treats, but they also know like whenever the camera, like they know, like it's like they know I'm taking their picture. But like when they're out and about, I have like higher value treats than like when we're training at home. So
okay.
Like, jackpot treats. So yeah, they probably want the treats, but they also like love like when I say watch like.
Okay.
So
well, because Glenn had read this whole thing about when we were looking at dogs and stuff, and how there's the like lap dogs that if it's gonna be a lap dog, it needs to literally it wants your person, it wants to like be on your lap and physically feel you, and then the other dogs are working dogs, which are your dogs that like actually like tasks and to have something to do, and they're pack animals and stuff. So like, I'm sure your dogs like have a really happy like life. Like
they have an off switch. Like it's funny though because Rugby is like you can squeeze him and he's like all mushy and he's like a little jock. Like I can't put dog clothes on him because he's like too muscular that they don't fit. But like Rugby will be like squeeze me, and then like when it's time to go to bed, he's like at my feet like don't touch me. Like I need space. And then Cricket's all like.
Aw.
But like lately in the morning, they're both like on opposite sides of my face. Like they both like to cuddle, but just like different times. Like,
yeah.
when Rugby wants to sleep, don't touch him.
Oh my God.
Like get away.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
Yeah.
What are some of like the strengths and weaknesses you would say of their breed versus some of the other breeds that they compete against?
They're small.
Okay. Okay. So some of them are
Yeah.
doing like bigger jumps and stuff.
Yeah, like, so Westminster is like that big dog show, it's known for
Okay, okay.
the beauty pageant, but I think they just recently celebrated their 10th year of the agility with it.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I feel like this might be year 10, but like the ultimate winner is usually a border collie because of their size. So it's usually
Okay.
a 12 to 16 inch jump dog that wins.
Okay.
So like you won't see a dog. They measure 8 inches the jump height. I jumped them at 4 just because injuries. Like I don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Break the freaking
So
the
like,
merchandise.
They jump at 4 inches, but yeah. So like they won't be as fast.
Okay.
But at the same time, like if you need to scoop them up, you can.
Yeah. Exactly. Not like Arthur. No one's picking Arthur up.
I can't.
How
like,
much does he weigh?
He's 55 pounds.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
he's
So that's not
tall. He's
so big. But yeah,
Yeah.
he looks lanky.
And he's kind of awkward. And if he's spooked, he's like so flighty. So
Well, because your dogs are just like
Yeah.
fun size or
They
like
are.
compact.
And people will like see them in videos and photos, and then they see them in real life, and they're like, they're even smaller than I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
But not like small enough that I feel like I'm gonna break them, like because there's some that you feel like you.
Oh
Can
my
just
God, yeah, my
snap something.
one friend, she used to have those, like the fucking 9 ounce or whatever, the little fucking tiny thing. It's like, yeah, that's gonna
they
get
got
broken.
Some, like, substance, so
Yeah, that's too little. That's gonna get like picked up by like a hawk or something.
Well, the thing is, I am always like on the lookout. Like I don't let them outside
Yeah.
on their own. Like I have fake owls around. The dog kennel's covered. And I remember saying to my dad, I'm like, the kennel needs to be covered because a hawk can get them. And like my old Jacks, like I had Jack Russells in my life. Never thought about it. When, the first 2 we had, but now it's like, oh my God, because I guess social media, you see like, these horror stories.
Yeah, people releasing the like gerbil or whatever, and like as soon as they let it go, it's like
and then people buy like the outfits with like the spikes on them. I'm like, but what if you have 2 dogs? Like, I don't want them playing gladiators. Like,
exactly. Now,
this is Sparta.
do you ever put either of them? You have like the baby carrier or back
I don't, but there
strollers
are,
or anything?
I know people that have the strollers, like the agility.
Yeah.
Style. Some of them don't bother with the crates, so like I get it, but like then they'll like go to lunch and have like their strollers parked. But,
Yeah, the lady I work with, she says her dog's always in a stroller.
Yeah.
It's like, that's if it's a little dog. I mean, obviously you're not putting a big dog in a stroller, but like these little dogs, the human can walk further and faster than the dog can.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like mean. Okay, well, one of the cute things that you had posted was it's Cricket who has the electric fence routine. So you made a prop electric fence, and then he pretends to run into it, and then he plays dead. And so cute. How long does something like that take for him to like learn? Like how many weeks or
that was
hours?
for our Jurassic Park routine in case anybody needs like
Okay.
So I guess with like cricket and rugby, I approach it differently because cricket is very smart and he'll like figure things out.
Okay.
I feel like with cricket, I make the prop first and then I'll be like, you're going to learn this.
Okay.
Meanwhile, rugby, it's like, what can he do?
Right, and then we'll
Let's
work
make
around
this
it.
so
Okay.
It works for him. Like I said, because if I, like when we did our Pirates routine, that was qualifying him for the elite performer. And like I originally wanted him to drag a bag of coins, but he kept grabbing the bag of coins and running off with it, which fits like Pirates of the Caribbean, but for like the criteria, he's supposed to bring this from point A to point B, not point A to
just run off with it. Okay.
So that's why like we did the flag trick, which my trainer actually was like, well, why don't we have him pull something? Because once he yanks it all the way up, he can't go anywhere.
Right.
And I'm like, I didn't think of that.
Oh,
So-
that's a good idea.
So it's really like playing to their strengths. But cricket figures things out really quickly.
Yeah.
But when it comes to filming the whole routine, it has to be done in one take.
Okay.
So he can do it perfectly when we're practicing it by itself.
Yeah.
When it comes to doing like 15 other tricks
Yeah.
all in a row,
And I'm sure they kind of understand like the video camera, and they probably kind of understand the audience.
Yeah,
Do you think either of them are better under pressure or worse under pressure?
Rugby gets a lot more distracted.
Okay,
if there's
okay.
people around. If it's hot out, like we recently filmed cricket's routine, which I'm not going to say the theme or anything.
Okay.
It's a national competition, and
you
I
can
wanna
learn
win.
after in October. Yeah, definitely.
Once the submissions are done in October, I'll be like, check this out.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
But for now, I'm like,
yeah, I don't want any.
lost my train of thought here. Oh, with rugby. So we filmed crickets on Sunday.
Okay.
And like, I wanted to film it before the 4th of July, and then we had the air quality that was terrible. I
Yeah.
had asthma, so I'm like wheezing. But and then it was humid, and then it was hot, and then we had fireworks and thunder.
Yeah.
And like that's all stressful. But like we can work through a certain degree of heat as long as the deck wasn't hot. Like once the sun went away, we're like, all right, the deck isn't burning his feet.
Yeah.
We can do this, but like we can run through it a few times, and Cricket will be like, all right, he'll go inside. Okay, I'm ready to work. Rugby will be like, I'm hot. I'm tired. Like, he'll just be like, I'm done. And he'll be like, okay. So they have different work ethic.
Okay.
In an agility trial, Cricket's like, all right, I'll do what I need to. And Rugby would be like, woo! Let me roll at the judge's feet. Let me say hi to that person working the ring. And you. Like,
Oh my
he'll
God.
like literally do the high five thing and then just leave the ring.
And what are the like prizes for these things? Is it like bragging rights? I mean, the ones you said probably are secretly breeding, but what are the other dogs getting? Is it
like agility trials, like you get a ribbon and then titles, but like you don't have to have an intact dog to do
What do you
agility.
mean by that?
Intact means they got to be good.
This is a half-assembled
They
dog?
still have their, breeding parts.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
for like the Frou Frou dog show,
My head went, I don't know where.
they need to be able to reproduce.
Okay.
So,
Okay. That's interesting.
yeah.
I never knew that about
Yeah.
the dog show world. It makes sense, though. I mean, and now you said you also have goats and horses?
And a mini horse, yeah. we
And
have
a mini horse. So how, the mini horse is like,
She's like, people think it's like a pony. I'm like, no, it's like literally a miniature.
is she like in your
horse.
house like Arnold Schwarzenegger has
No,
his?
she's
Like,
in a barn.
have you seen videos of
Yeah.
him? And then what about the goats? What's their deal? They're
They're-
not training for anything.
We do every year in February we do the Super Bowl.
Whoa, what is
Right?
that? Oh,
that's
our, is that the
goat
dogs?
Super Bowl. That's the goats doing Super Bowl.
Oh my
So we
God.
have them jump over their field goals. So that's also tradition.
Oh my God. And that's just your family?
Yeah, Keith and I do that every year.
That's awesome.
Actually, no, I started before Keith and I were together, but like we continued.
Yeah, okay.
I used to just like live stream and be like, all right, here's the Super Bowl. And then like when Keith got involved, we're like, we need to make the scores. And now we need a halftime show. And
I
like,
love it.
And then we're like, this is taking way too many hours to edit this. So
Oh my God. We
we
need
were a
like
lot better
sponsors
this
for
year.
the commercials at
Yeah.
halftime.
we were better
That's-
this year. We made it like short enough because we're like, nobody wants to watch a 10-minute video.
Oh my God. That's
of
great
the
though.
goats, but
I love that
Yeah.
he's like totally, just involved with the animals. Like you guys did the race, and you
Yeah,
each
the
had the
foot
dog
race.
on your feet as you're going.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so cute. It's awesome.
I think our creativity when we're like combined is just dangerous. That's really it.
One of the things this show was born out of the COVID, the quarantine. So we would just play random games, and one of the things that I want to do a couple things with you is Would You Rather, and they're all really fucked up. The few that I have. So. And I'm gonna say these. All right. So the first one: Would you rather be deaf or blind? And I'm gonna say go deaf or go blind.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say be born deaf or be born blind.
Okay.
I'm gonna say lose one.
I thought you were like saying the combo, and then I was waiting for the other combo.
Yeah, go deaf and
I was
blind,
like,
or be
Or-
run over by a car.
So I'm like, all right, definitely combo.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say go deaf or go blind.
Okay,
Which would you
I
rather?
would rather have my eyesight. So
Okay, go
I'd rather
deaf.
go
So
deaf.
no music. See, I think I
I
have.
didn't think about that part, but
Well,
yeah.
but the
I'd
other.
rather be able to see.
Well, I feel like,
I'm a
but
librarian, I want to be able to read, but then I'm sacrificing my audiobook, so.
but then people, I feel like people sneaking up on you.
That's true.
The whole thing is, both are horrible and will never
Yeah.
happen. All right, another one. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or a coma for 10?
Nobody would judge me if I was in a coma, though.
This is true. This is true. Yeah.
Like, oh, well, you were in a coma. How dare you?
Yeah, this is true. Your reputation probably is better.
And then people could say things, and you like would know, but they wouldn't know.
No, I'm gonna say complete
I
vegetable.
wouldn't want to have that on my track record that I was in jail, but like neither are great. But neither are great. But
Okay, you just don't want to have gone to jail in your
I don't want
past.
my record that like I went to jail, but
Okay.
like nobody's gonna judge me if I was in a coma. But
I never thought of it like that. I always was thinking very selfishly about it.
Yeah.
I never thought really about the other person. Now, the other last one is, would you rather, this is one Glenn heard, be naked in your profile pic or have to wear a MAGA hat for 3 months straight all the time, even when you're sleeping?
even if I guess I could deal with the MAGA hat.
Okay.
But people would judge me for either way. But like,
Okay, so you're going MAGA hat for 3
I would
months.
MAGA hat.
I might just delete my account and that'd be a naked picture.
'Cause yeah, like
Okay. What is your favorite food to cook? Are
my
you
specialty
crafty in
has
the?
to do with cheese.
Okay.
So I make macaroni and cheese, like not from the box, except when I'm cooking for like my niece because she doesn't like homemade mac and cheese. But I stumbled upon this recipe like years ago, and so like I make the casserole.
Okay.
Sounds very, like old video.
Yeah, I make
the
casseroles. That's what I make all the time.
But
That's
like
why
I
live
make
off
it,
of.
and like people go nuts over it. So now it's like, okay, I guess I make this well.
Okay.
But like last year for Super Bowl Sunday, Keith volunteered me to make mac and cheese. But the only problem was that he didn't tell me that I was making the mac and cheese. So we get there, and his sister's like, all right, we'll put the mac and cheese here. And I was like, what about mac and cheese? And like, you left it home? And I was like, wait, what mac and cheese?
Oh my
and then they're
God.
like, she doesn't know. And so now, like, I always bring mac and cheese. But like, I
Because you're like
it's like I
traumatized.
assumed, yeah, and like I literally like the whole time I was like, oh my God, I
Oh
can't believe
my
it. And
God.
then like, just let it go. It's fine. I was like, but like everybody was really looking forward. She's like, just let it go. But it worked out as a good cover because like a week or two later we had a surprise party for him and I made the mac and cheese. And he's like, did you tell her you were making that? I was like, no. And he's like, oh, that's great. And then like we had the surprise. So it was like such a perfect cover. But now like I always make the mac and cheese because I'm like, well, if I don't make it.
Yeah, what's gonna happen now? Do you
Yeah.
do? Are there breadcrumbs in your mac and
yes.
cheese?
And,
Okay.
and I'm like,
Egg.
egg in
Yeah.
mac and cheese.
Yeah, before you bake it.
All right, so I do like the pasta, the cheese, butter, milk. There's no egg,
Okay.
but you know the breadcrumbs. I do some paprika. I love ranch dressing. so
Okay.
I add-
Ooh.
But I use the powder for that. But like I dip like everything in ranch. Even my pizza.
I love ranch too. That
Yeah,
sounds
so,
good.
Like I sprinkle the ranch powder.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Somebody had said a recipe it was meatloaf with the ranch packet. And I was like, that sounds
probably
good.
be
I
good.
haven't made that ever, but I put ranch on a meatloaf sandwich.
But, I mean,
I
I
love-
love ranch. I remember
I love
like
meatloaf,
when I was in
period.
college and like we went to get pizza after a tennis game and we were like probably in the Bronx and I was like, can I have a side of ranch? And the waitress was like, ew. And I was like, I have really good self-esteem, so I'm not going to like take it to heart, even though I
Gross.
remember it all these years later. But like, I was like,
Oh my
does
God.
that mean no? She did
Yeah,
bring
like-
it to me, but I was like, no, because like I used to not dip my crust as a kid.
Yeah.
So like my dad would be like, well, if we dip it in salad dressing, okay, and then it became all of it.
Yeah.
But I found out it's like a Midwestern thing. Like everybody, like I don't know if everybody in the Midwest, but like it's a Midwestern
Oh, ranch
thing,
and
dipping.
pizza. Well, I do
Yeah.
chicken bacon ranch, so
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's
true.
my
Yeah.
defense. Like they have
Yeah.
chicken bacon ranch.
Yeah, you
pizza
serve it up there,
and on the
bitch.
pizza. Like,
It's on the
I can
menu.
dip.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a big dipper as a kid. I would like steak or roast beef, ketchup, everything in
Okay.
ketchup. Which we'll get to my the next part of our this will segue into we do a snack segment on my show where this is lightning round. You got to be honest.
Okay. Is this like either or just like naming?
There's going to be a couple lists like things. All right, so the first is order of importance from best to worst. Cheese balls, cheese doodles, Cheetos. Or
Cheetos are the crispy ones.
yeah, the little dehydrated ones.
I feel like my preferences have changed through
Oh,
the
okay.
years
Let's hear about it.
I used to always be a cheese doodle girl. And
Okay.
then, movie theater had the Cheetos with the cheddar popcorn,
Ooh.
and it's like a good combination.
That
So
sounds
it's like,
good.
Now I like the Cheetos.
But
like,
that's
I feel
almost like a party mix. That sounds good.
Yeah, and then BJ's had it, and then it was like we were walking through it, so like the container, and I was like, is that what I think it is? And then, because I saw the Cheetos, Chester Cheetah on it, and I was like, oh my god, I think that's what it is. And then like, my dad bought like 5 more, because you know, like dads always know like if you like something, they're just gonna buy like a ton of it, so then you like don't like it anymore. But I feel like cheese balls and cheese doodles are like almost the same thing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, I haven't had cheese balls in a while. Maybe cheese doodle. Wait, are we ranking?
You can go in either order,
All right,
either
least
whatever.
favorite. I'm like,
What's your low?
I'm a visual learner here. Cheese doodles last. Cheese balls, Cheetos.
Okay. And then for cupcakes from a box, like are you liking for your icing vanilla or chocolate, and for the bottom like vanilla
All
or
right,
chocolate?
always vanilla cake.
Okay.
I'm not a big chocolate person, but if it is like yellow cake with chocolate frosting,
That's a good combo.
but like I like it from the can. Like when you go to like a bakery and they make, I don't like their frosting. Like I like the canned frosting.
Oh, the cheap
I don't
stuff.
Like
Yeah.
fancy.
What about syrup? Do you like cheap syrup or you like expensive syrup?
Like pancake syrup.
Yeah.
Like I like the fake kind.
Yeah,
that's not
like the
really
Aunt
maple.
Jemima or the Buttersworth.
Yeah. 'cause
Yeah,
It's like,
not the $20 glass bottle.
yeah.
Now, is your syrup refrigerated?
Yes.
What about butter? Refrigerated
No.
or yes, you have it on the counter.
Yeah, unless it's like soup. But right now, it's still like in butter form.
Did you say you have a cow?
In the cow, the butter
Oh,
cow.
I was
No.
like, we were talking about.
didn't
I know
wanna
you
be
had
too
a mini
far-fetched.
horse and
Yeah.
a goat or
No,
goats.
we don't have like.
You didn't have a,
cow.
but you're
I
not
have the
milking.
butter cow.
I thought you were milking
I
and
have
turning butter
now.
real quick.
No.
No wonder
have the
you're
butter.
tired. Oh my god. Okay, another thing. Okay, so butter on the counter. What about like hot sauce and like ketchup? Any of that stuff?
Ketchup's in the fridge.
It's all in the
Hot
fridge.
sauce is in the fridge unless it's like leftover packaging.
Yeah. Okay. And now, for like go-to snack, like pretzels, goldfish, potato chips. What's your?
I do like pretzels. Like I'd rather dip a pretzel in like French onion dip than like a chip in front. I like
French
to
onion dip
sandwich
is
it,
very good.
to sandwich the
Oh, okay.
pretzels.
What are you getting? The little minis?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I like
those are
to,
the
like,
dippers.
I like to go with like the claw and like.
Oh,
type it.
very nice.
So
The
sometimes I
raptor.
need everything in twos, so it lets me like do my twos. Cause like chips, you're like, is this one really big? Is this one
Oh,
small?
chips,
Do I
I'm
have
like
a hat?
fucking
But,
disgusting.
like, pretzels are so reliable because most of the time they're
Yeah, I know, and there's
like-
usually only some broken ones at the bottom.
and
Glenn,
that's fine. That's fine. But,
Glenn's
like,
always talking about how I like will leave
I
the
go
bag
with
of
the
chips
claw.
like an eighth on the
Yeah.
bottom of just
but
fucking just
pretzels
like
are so
dust.
reliable.
All right, I can get behind that, and I'm gonna think of you now when I fucking
Go with the
am
claw,
around. Yeah, no,
like-
but that's very true about pretzels being reliable. And one of the things I actually don't have here now, I usually keep a thing of pretzel rods because I won't like
Oh.
finish those, but those are a good like
Yeah.
I'm hungry
It's
and
like
I'm
a
gonna
candy
kill
dish.
somebody if I don't eat something. What'd you say?
Yeah, it's like a little candy dish.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
pretzels.
Exactly, because they have the big Utz makes the big
Yeah.
one, and for some reason that like stays like me
Yeah.
and we also get the big party mix sometimes. That's another
Okay.
thing that we don't like. like there's certain things that we like kill the second we get
Yeah.
them. Like, have you
Those
had
are
the,
cool.
veggie straws?
Yeah.
So they have a cheese doodle now, veggie puffs. There's sour cream and onion, and there's a cheddar one. And the bag is specifically, I think it says 3 servings. Like it's a little bit smaller.
It's one serving.
It's 1 serving.
It's like blue Doritos, like red Doritos, safe. Blue Doritos,
Yes.
I'm like, this bag's gonna be gone.
Glenn's mom used to make, or still does, but before Doritos.
And they're ranch. I'm realizing why I love
Oh,
them so
there
much,
you
'cause
go.
They're cooler ranch.
I
And
never
was
even
like,
thought of
oh.
that. She would
Yeah.
make a taco salad with Doritos in there. And then Taco Bell came out with the Dorito thing. And I was like, that's...
I never
They
was able
were-
to look at the taco. Like, whenever I wanted it, they're like, we don't have that.
Really? The tortilla? The
Well,
limited time?
I wanted the blue one. I didn't want the red one. I wanted the Cooler Ranch. And, like,
Oh, I think I've
whenever
only
would go-
seen the red one.
I feel like they had Cooler Ranch for like a very limited time.
Yeah, now that you say that.
So limited that I never had it.
And have you heard or seen about this new, there's a new Frosty. It's a strawberry Frosty from Wendy's.
No. But we went to Dairy Queen the other day, and like I love like anything cake batter.
Okay.
And then cookie dough, because they're like 2 things that are raw that like.
Yeah.
And they had on the DQ menu cake batter, cookie dough, and I saw the picture and I was like instantly in love, and I was like so excited. Keeps like, you're getting it. I'm like, I'm getting it. Order his thing, no problem. And I'm like, I want the cake batter, cookie dough thing, and the guy's like, I'm sorry, and I already felt like my heart
Oh
breaking.
my God.
He's like, I'm sorry, but we're out of it, and I was literally like, no.
Can we just go home
No,
now?
but the picture looks so good. And then I was like, we'll get cotton candy.
Yeah. I hate that. I'm very picky, and like
Yeah.
a lot of
My
times.
eyes
they're
are
like,
watering from laughing. I'm not like actually crying, but
oh, it's okay. You
it was
can
very
cry.
emotional because I was like, no, like what is he gonna do about it?
You actually are crying. It's okay. No, I'm that way. I get my heart set on things. A lot of times they'll like, and I'm very basic.
And
Like I just want
the disappointment though. So like I like figures.
yeah, and then nothing just tastes as good. It says what you wanted.
Yeah.
So what's the worst or the hardest job you ever had? And you didn't have to necessarily get paid for it, because a lot of times people don't really know what to say.
Because I feel like the only job I've ever had is working in a library. I was once like a mother's helper when I was like in 6th grade.
Okay.
So I got paid like $50 for like 2 weeks of work.
My God, that sounds like we should build a case
And
on
I
that.
remember it was like an old coworker. Well, she wasn't my coworker because I was in 6th grade, but like eventually became a coworker. But it was like her grandkids, and they weren't allowed to like watch TV.
Oh God! So you have to like actually
And
watch
there's-
them.
Yeah, and there was like 3 or 4. I don't even. I should know how many there were.
They were hanging from the rafters or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And what did you do with them? What were they allowed to do?
Like homework.
Yeah.
It was like the summertime.
You can do these dittos. These
Yeah.
math
They
dittos.
weren't happy. Yeah. they
Yeah,
weren't happy
that's
about that.
that's hard. My husband, I'm pretty sure, doesn't want to have kids. I know he doesn't want to have kids, but I'm pretty sure it's because
Yeah.
he was a nanny for 4 kids for like a couple summers.
I mean, like now I never turn the TV on when I'm watching my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
But like being a 6th grader, like
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
didn't go to college yet
Mo-
for elementary education.
Well, and most of the time when you babysit, the parents are like, let them do anything long as the
Yeah.
house isn't
Survive.
on fire and like
Yeah.
nobody's bleeding. Like you're gonna get paid and we're gonna be
Yeah.
back and it's gonna be fine.
Like I treat them like we're in school. First we're gonna do this for half hour, then this, and then this. Good. And like yeah, like snack is 2 things later, then recess. Like I basically treat them like school.
I used to make permission slips for my mom and my aunt to fill out for my little brother and my cousin to like come on a field trip, which is literally Mandy like walking you around the backyard. I wanted to be a teacher when I was like little. I was like, I wanted to be in charge, and I aspire. I think it's because you see like the ladies running the show, like that when you're little, like the women
Yeah.
teachers are like, I don't know.
Librarian was cool. She had like a big puppet theater.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, yeah. And then I got a puppet theater when I became a librarian, and we like never used it. But actually, one of my coworkers and I, like, we made like a video with the puppet theater. But we were the ones doing like the puppets, and we like filmed it. It was like a review thing. So like we got to play with puppet theater. Now it's in my basement. My niece and nephew play with it.
Aw.
They put on puppet shows for dogs.
Are they the like triangle, like cone ones that have like the arms like this and the one head, like the 3-piece ones?
Like the puppets?
Yeah. Or are they
Like
marionettes?
Oh, like in Sound of Music. I think yodeling. Really just like the stuffed animals that I find. Like I have the old Madeline like doll.
Oh, okay.
Like,
It's a pack of
So
strays.
it's like, oh hey, let's throw this. Yeah, exactly. Like there's no theme. They can make the popsicle stick ones.
Yeah, well, I was envisioning
Some
the ones from what is that movie with? It's not Being John Malkovich. Is that what it is? Being John Malkovich, where he's the. I think it is.
Not sure. I just went to like Team America because of the.
Oh, that too.
They actually had to like edit it so you could see the strings because I remember they said it was like too lifelike that they like made it so you could see the strings that they were actually puppets. I remember because like I watched all the extra.
Scare anybody.
You know when things used to be on DVD and you can watch the special features.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Too real. Too lifelike
Yeah,
for some
like, we had to add
audiences.
the strings back in so you could see.
Oh my God. What is something that's on your bucket list?
I feel like maybe go to Australia or New Zealand. They have really good licorice there.
Okay.
So,
Is that what you're into? What kind of
also
licorice? Black licorice? Red licorice?
Red.
My husband's grandpa used to like black licorice.
My dad will eat that, but yeah, like I'm safe. Like you could put chocolate. Like I have self-control for a lot of things.
Okay.
Blue Doritos is not one of them.
Okay.
But like licorice, like the Australian licorice, like I'll open a bag and be like, if anybody wants any, take it out, because like
Oh my
I
God.
will go through the bag and be like, oops.
Is it chewy? What's good about it?
Yeah, it's just like so soft and Twizzlers. Like I'll eat Twizzlers too, but like they're safe around me because it's like there's too much work.
Yeah, I only like pull and peel Twizzlers.
Yeah.
To be, I mean,
just-
I would eat a Twizzler if I'm
Yeah.
stranded on a desert island. I always say that to Glenn. I take a bite of something. I'm like, if I was stranded on a desert island, maybe I'd have a bite of
But
this.
I mean, Australia is also beautiful and stuff. But like, I would also seek out
Yeah.
some
Okay.
licorice.
So, are you also like a saltwater taffy person? Is that similar to licorice? Because that's
It's
like.
soft. I never actually like understood. I never actually like really tried taffy, but
Yeah.
one of my jobs, like if you ever went on vacation, like you were supposed to bring back taffy.
Okay.
I don't know why, but like,
Yeah.
So like it's actually pretty good, but I'm not like, oh my God, I need taffy.
Yeah.
Like, it's there, I'm like, oh, this is a good flavor.
That
Because
was
like the salt water is so much softer than Laffy Taffy.
Yeah.
So that's good too, but I have self-control with that. I'll be like, all right, that's cool. Like licorice, I'm just like, did it again.
Yeah, we used to be much bigger candy people. Like I used to be at 7-Eleven like all the time. Recently, I've gotten better at.
She's like, I bought fruit cookies.
I know we're endorsing 7-Eleven here. I was just at 7-Eleven. Oh well, speaking of 7-Eleven,
7-Eleven's coming
I was
up.
just gonna say that's
Yeah,
Tuesday.
But I don't ever get a Slurpee on that day because I feel like a poser.
Yeah, exactly. Cheap bitch.
I go to like Baskin Robbins and I'm like, I'll have a slushie.
Okay, so if music played every time you walked in the room, what song would it be?
I don't know.
Something
I really
like something
Katie
upbeat or
Tunstall.
what's that?
I really like Katie Tunstall.
Oh, I don't know that.
She is like Scottish.
Okay.
She usually plays at like smaller venues.
Okay.
I don't know if she's actually touring in the U.S., but she's European.
Okay.
And she's like the one that does like all the music herself and like
Okay.
layers it.
Okay, that's
And,
cool.
We've seen her perform a few times.
That's awesome. So she's got
Yeah.
the thing, she's looping
Yeah,
everything. That's cool.
She's like really cool.
All right,
So,
cool.
I feel like something of her. She's
Okay.
got like a variety of things.
Very,
that- yeah.
very cool. What is your favorite?
It's because I can't talk and now you can't talk.
It's contagious. What's your favorite TV family?
TV family. I'm trying to think of what. I don't watch a lot of TV. but I'm trying to think of.
Well, there's cartoons. I mean, there's like Family Guy or
Family.
or what's it called? Flintstones or the Jetsons,
Family Guy
Brady
is always
Bunch.
a good go-to. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other family is.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Family Guy, I definitely watch like a lot of. I'm trying to think of.
American Dad.
Not like
Well,
Family
who-
Guy is like my favorite out of like old.
Okay, yeah.
So probably Family Guy. Now I'm like, what other families
I
are
know.
there?
You're gonna think of them
Other
later.
shows that have families.
What is a trend that you fell for?
I guess having an Instagram for my dog.
Okay,
Thank you,
okay.
Steve Perillo for that one. he always takes pride in the fact that was my idea.
Yeah, set them up. No, but your dogs are actually doing stuff. A lot of people have dog Instagrams, and the dog's literally just like, oh, we got a puppuccino, or like, oh, my
Yeah.
dog on like a pillow now.
We went to Dairy Queen, like this might have been last year, and like we got blizzards, and I do have like a crash tested like crate like for my guys in my car, so like they're safe. But I remember like one of the times like Cricket barked, and the girl was like, "Do you have like a dog in your car?" And I was like, "I actually have two." And she's like, "Do they want pup cups?" And I'm thinking like he barked, and I'm thinking he doesn't deserve one. But I was like, "Okay, yeah, but like, can you like just give me one empty cup and like fill up the one very very little because they're like really small dogs." But like in my mind, like, and Keith knew I was totally thinking of it. He's like, "Yeah, we're both like, he doesn't deserve one. He barked."
Get nothing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like people are like, "Oh my god, let's get a pup cup," and I'm like, he doesn't deserve one.
Oh my
But
god.
I give them treats. Like they get treats a lot. They get like high quality treats. But yeah.
I think that would be one of my problems. I feel like I'd be too militant with kids. I
Yeah.
feel like I'd be like way like expectations super high.
For a while, I was always like, "That's not therapy dog behavior," and like, that's such a Jewish mom thing. Like you're shaming your child. Like that's not therapy dog behavior.
I saw a video yesterday. It was a girl looking in the mirror and like going like this, like with her hair, and her mom's like, "You are so beautiful." She's like, "You are the most beautiful girl in the world, other than your sister." And the girl's like, "Thanks, mom." And she's like, "Don't be jealous of her." And she's like, "I'm not." It's so funny. So wait, so your brother's older then?
Yeah.
And it's just the two of you?
Yeah.
Okay, the only two siblings. Do you have anything coming up that you want to promote?
I should, but I don't have any comedy thing because I literally have been like AKC
Yeah.
National Trick Dog Competition.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to like get back into showing up places.
Yeah.
I know like I've been doing like joke writing. It's just I haven't.
Well, and I feel like life
Tried to
has to
have-
happen
yeah.
for you to have stuff to joke about. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sure if you reflect on the last couple of months of dog training, you could write a fucking whole new
Oh, yeah.
thing. Just because,
Even-
like, the funny shit that comes
Yeah.
out of
But people also
life.
have to be like looking for dog stuff.
You need
even, like,
30
my
minutes
mom-
of dog material.
My mom being sick like last year, that she would, with the brain cancer, she said a lot of like weird stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Even like the next day she'd be like, "I said that." I'm like, "Yeah." Like I was journaling
Yeah.
because it's like.
Yeah, I know. And at some point, it may be funny. Right now, it's like,
Yeah.
wow, just, a
Oh, but
lot.
she would be like laughing the next day because like,
That sounded crazy.
like one of the days because like her vision, she had brain cancer, it was
Okay.
affecting her vision,
Okay.
and like she wanted me to make the TV lighter.
Okay.
So I'm like, "Okay, Mom," like I did everything, like I rarely said no, and okay, I lightened the TV, and she's like, "Can you make him lighter?" And I was like, "No," and she's like, "Well, why not?"
Oh my god. Yeah, no,
Can't
that
make a
button.
person lighter.
I don't have that button, Mom.
So yeah, like those would be the type of arguments, and I feel like I can't. Why not?
yeah. Well, it's crazy because the
Well-
brain is so. I mean,
Yeah.
intricate isn't even the word. It's
She
just.
threw out like the measuring spoons, like when she was trying to help by like cleaning out,
Yeah.
and like I got home from work and I saw the measuring spoons in the garbage, and I was like, I took the measuring spoons out of the garbage. She's like, "What do we need them for?" And I was like, "Measuring."
But
Picking your battles.
yeah.
But like looking at the humor and things, like definitely was helpful. She
Yeah.
was able to laugh at some of the things like later on, but at the moment you're like, I'm really having this conversation.
Yeah, geez. Well, I know you have been very open on social media about your mom passing away, and I feel like
she used to come to all the comedy shows,
Aw.
too. And she's like, hey, like, everybody knew her.
I feel like I know you more
Yeah.
through you sharing that kind of stuff. And it's very important that you share that because we're all going to lose our moms one day. Like, and it's never a good time. It's never easy. And it's like to see somebody who's like, you know, you post the memories and you're looking at it in the most upbeat way you can, because it's not a nice, you know, it's obviously not a nice subject. And like your dad taking your mom's show dog to a show, like
we don't know what we're doing.
I know, but like literally that like makes me tear up. Like that's so beautiful. That's like should be in a movie. Like that's so nice that he like her legacy lives on through the dogs. And like right now you said like you're not doing much with comedy, but you're doing something that you love. And like you're gonna, you know, when you finally can share what you've been working on, you know, you'll get a whole new.
I have to say, like, this is our best work yet.
I can't wait. I'm gonna know a nationally ranked dog.
Oh man,
And
middle school people copying my ideas. It's what it's like. I can't have somebody like
yeah. I know. My mom always said that's flattery, right? That's the highest form of flattery.
If you're competing against me.
Yeah, it's not.
No,
that's not flattering. Yeah. So, what do you guys have to pay to be in them? What else? What do you have to do to qualify?
You have to have the elite performer title
for
the competition.
Okay.
So, I mean, we paid for all the previous titles, but like most competitions, you have to pay to enter. This one, you don't.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll eventually they'll make it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so in October we could see you'll release the
I'll be like,
submission
"Everybody
after.
watch this."
Yeah. Okay. No, and just tell us again just tell us what the tag is on Instagram for them to follow the dogs.
Oh, for Cricket, it's Cricket Jack of Hearts.
Okay. And that's both the dogs on there, right?
Yeah, it used to just be Cricket. And then,
His little brother took it over.
Well, Keith made one for rugby, but he doesn't update it. Even though, he's like, I'm going to make one. I was like, it's a lot of work. He's like, I'm going to do it. But,
you got to be on that, Keith. We need content, fresh content, or his page is going to fall.
Stuff, like, everybody's been kind of, like, on it. Because, like, I don't even use it for myself, like Instagram.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, oh, this is a cute picture. Then I'm like, am I just a loser? Like, it's so lame. Like, everybody like with their food pics and stuff. I'm like, it's great, and I love that people are doing stuff. But I'm also like, not trying to be a hater, but like, just fucking don't post. Like, you have a boyfriend and you're not posting about it every 2 goddamn seconds.
Yeah. But even when I'm traveling,
or fiance.
I'll have like the Jack Pack, and I'll be like, the Jack Pack was here. They're like, were you? I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, I know, but that's cute. You got a picture of the dog that you post. That's
like
cute.
At the top of a mountain. It's like, oh yeah, I was there too.
I like that. That's
but at least you know it's not like a Google stock image that.
Yeah, at least it's not
I
like.
was there.
Yeah.
Whose hand is that?
Yeah. I had a teacher in high school. He's like, why do people have to ruin pictures? Like they go to like the Grand Canyon and they're like, he's like, you're taking the picture. Like do you really need to insert yourself into everywhere? Because a lot of times I'm the one that'll take the pictures, and people are like, you gotta get in. I'm like, I knew that I took it.
I once tried taking a picture at the Grand Canyon for somebody, and I was like, oh, you want to take your picture? And like, we have a selfie stick, and I was like,
wow, okay. Biatch.
Like, don't fall in.
I'm always asking people, do you want me to take your picture?
Like, I have no problem doing that, but they were like, we're good. We have a selfie stick. I was like, okay.
I'm always trying to take people's pictures, and Glenn's like, they're going to think you're stealing their phone. Half the people say yes, though. Mm-hmm. And then the other half think I'm going to steal their phone and don't give me their phone.
Yeah, like, people like, oh, cool, like, because you want to get everything in it. But, yeah, a selfie stick. It's like, okay. I have one too, but I'm not using it.
I had a meme. It was like, oh, I bought you a selfie stick, and it was a selfie stick, but on the end of it, it was a gun. Okay. I'll end on a morbid joke. Okay, so it's Cricket Jack of Hearts.
Cricket Jack of Hearts.
On Instagram to follow the dogs.
I don't have a TikTok because it's a lot of work.
No, it's too much work. It's too much. I have a TikTok and I don't update it. I don't understand. I have Twitter. I have Twitter and I don't even go on there. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. You've
for
been a
having me.
joy. You're a very sweet lady.
Thanks.
We'll have you back at some point. All right, guys. So that's the show. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.